Patty Bennett with PattyStamps.com. I am excited to share with you today. We have lots of fun things to talk about today. So welcome if you are joining me live on Facebook. This is Thursday, April 12th at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So if you are watching right now, you are watching live, and that means that you are catching everything live. You can comment and I will see your comments and then we can chat. So while everybody is jumping on, I thought I would show you some amazing fun things that we were given at the Stampin' Up on-stage event last weekend. Thank you. I just was catching the comments and saying hi to everybody. So hello. So while you're joining me, let me just show you some fun things. This, and I know the logo's backwards because that's just what Facebook Live does with a forward-facing camera, but look at this fun bag, and it's reversible. So cute. So we got this bag, and inside there were some goodies. We I got that the night before the onstage event because I went to a dinner for the leaders called Center Stage. So we got some extra goodies. I thought I would show you some of those too. So they gave us this beautiful box, and like, I would just have been happy with this pretty box. But check out what's inside. We got a Stampin' Up tumbler. Isn't this gorgeous? You know, like a to-go cup. Love this insulated cup. So you can use that for your water, your coffee, tea, whatever you'd like. So that was a gift for the leaders. And also, here's a little sneak peek. The leaders received the new in colors. So we're going to be talking about that in a few minutes. Inside everyone's bag, we got these adorable pens, and they actually say, love it, live it, share it. I know that it's probably backwards, but it's cute. They're very cute. Real cute patterns on those. So we got those. Love those. So fun. And, oh, this you probably saw if you have been catching my business Facebook posts, which I'm on my business Facebook page right now. We got this really cute light box, and it has all the different letters so that we can put whatever we want on there. So I thought it would be a fun thing to do a reminder, and it was in this box. And again, like, I love the box. Maybe I should just have like stayed a little child, because you know how children love the box rather than the gift. I mean, I love the gift. I'm just saying, but I love this box. And so what I've been hearing is that you can put your Stamparatus in this and just keep it on your desk. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my Stamparatus in that and keep it on my desk and decorate it and make it really cute. So I'll just put that right back here. I did a live Facebook yesterday for my team at 3 o'clock. So that's why it says 3 p.m. on there. So by the way, if you are not yet a demonstrator and you would like to be a demonstrator, my Love to Stamp group would love to welcome you. So please let me know if you need more information on that, if you don't already work with somebody. So two more things that I wanted to show you. They also gave the Stampin' Up leaders this amazing little swatch book of all of the Stampin' Up colors. These will be the colors as of June, so that's going to be super fun. I'm going to show you some of that in a minute. And then, of course, the favorite part, we got the new catalog! Ah! Love! So exciting, so exciting, so exciting, so exciting. So I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but we are going to be talking about some new products today, as well as what's retiring from the old catalogs. So I just thought that I would start out with all of that fun product and show you those things that we received, and we will jump into some information. I'm going to tilt the camera down in just a minute, and then we will be talking about the new colors, the new ink pads, some of the retiring information. What I'm going to do is ask that everybody hold their questions till the end, because I'm just going to scroll through questions at the end today and answer those. And that way, if you just want to see the new stuff and you want to get all the information, you can click off later. You don't have to stay tuned through all the questions. So we'll just do those at the end. Okay? Does that sound good? The new catalog, amazing. And I wish I could show you the inside, but I can't do that until June. So you're just going to have to be happy with the cover for right now. And then we will, I'll be able to show you a few of the things that I received in another video. I'm going to do a product haul video, but I just wanted to show you the beautiful cover. If you are one of my customers, you will receive one automatically in May. And so that means if you have ordered at least $50 in 2018, that is what I do for a cutoff. And if you have done that, purchased at least $50 in 2018, you will be receiving one of these. If you haven't, you can stay tuned to my blog in May and see how to request one. Of course, if you work with another demonstrator, please be sure that you contact that demonstrator for a catalog. So first, let's talk about the retiring lists that came out this week. There are 2 lists. I believe this one is 11 pages and this one is 2 pages. There is one for the annual catalog, which is the big catalog that we've had for the past year. There is another one for the occasions catalog, and that's the one that we've just had since January. So make sure that you grab both lists. Now, if you don't know how to find those, you can go to my blog at pattystamps.com. That's PATTYSTAMPS.com. And up in the upper right hand corner of my blog, there is a little button that says Retiring Information 2018. You can click that. It'll go right to the post with these downloadable files. Or you can just scroll back on my blog to April 10th and you'll find these. Or you can go to my online store at mystamporder.com and you will find all of the retiring products. So if you need more information on that, just let me know and I'll be happy to repost that. So let's talk about some of the retiring things. A couple of things that I want to be sure that you are understanding about this list. One of the things that you'll find is that it lists a lot of bundles that are retiring. So for instance, this is the Ribbon of Courage bundle. This is the stamp set that I got to design when I reached my $1 million in sales with Stampin' Up a couple years ago. So this is currently in the annual catalog as a bundle. You can get the framelits and the stamp set as a bundle and save 10%. You will find it as a retiring item on this list. It means that the 10% discount of these 2 items bundled together is going away. The actual products are still in the catalog. So make sure that you are looking at the list and seeing that there's a difference between the bundle retiring and the actual products retiring. So these products are not retiring. The bundle pricing is retiring. So if you want to save that 10%, this is a great time to go ahead and order any of the bundles that are on the 10% discount. So also what you might notice on the retiring list is the whole set of Stampin' Blends is listed on there. The price for all of the markers is retiring. You cannot, in the new catalog, you cannot order all of the markers at one price. So you can still order them individually. You can order them as a 2-pack. But you can't order the whole thing for one price. So don't freak out when seeing that whole, it looks like all the Stampin' Blends are retiring. They're not. It's just that the whole entire thing is retiring. The only 2 that are actually retiring are the pink pirouette. the light and dark pink pirouette. So if you don't have those and you like pink, especially a light soft pink, then you will want to get those now. So these are really the only two that are actually going away. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that you understood that, because that can be confusing. The other thing you're going to find on here that says it's retiring is every single ink pad is on the retiring list. And if you have not heard yet about the color revamp that Stampin' Up! Is doing, it might be very, very confusing to see the entire set, every single ink pad on the retiring list. Okay, so let's explain this. Stampin' Up! Is actually redoing the ink pad design. We're going to go into all those details in just a moment, but I just wanted to show you a quick preview of the difference. This is the existing pad. This is the new pad. And the reason I want to call your attention to this is that if you are collecting the current ink pads and you don't have all of a current family, or you don't have all of the pads that you want, this is the time to get them right now. They are only guaranteed through May 7th to be available in this style. So if you want them all to match, if you only have a few left that you didn't get yet, you'll want to get them now along with the re-inkers, because Stampin' Up! Is only guaranteeing that they will be available through May 7th. After that, if they sell out, then we have to wait till June 1st to get the new style. So we're going to go over the retiring colors in just a moment, but I did just want to sort of give you that preview and that overall explanation of why the ink pads are all on the retiring list. So this is all very exciting. There's a lot to take in, but I just wanted to make sure that you understood that whole kind of color revamp concept, how it relates to the retiring ink pads. So what I'm going to do now is just jump into the new colors, the new pads. I'm going to do a lot of explaining for you on why they are changing this and what's changing and what will be available, etc. So the ink pad case itself, you may be thinking, all right, so why is it changing? Well, Stampin' Up! Has had the mold to create this actual case. It's two parts, so you have this piece and this piece, two separate pieces, and they are manufactured and put together, and then the ink pad is put inside, the labels are put on, and they have had this mold for almost 15 years, and it is time for that machine to be replaced. So they decided, since we have to make a new machine to make the case, let's think about how we could change or improve or give some different features. So this is the new case that Stampin' Up! Came up with, and I really love it. Lots of reasons I love it. It opens just like a compact or makeup case, so like your pressed powder or your eyeshadow. So it just flips open, and it doesn't need nearly as much explanation as put your thumb on the three dots, push, flip, slide, da, da, da. So it just flips open, which is lovely. And then it slides just like you're used to on this one. So I love that that is a little bit simpler. It is also a tighter fit. So do you see that you've got grooves right here and here, but you don't have grooves here? This fits tighter, which means that you won't get any like ink leaking out at all. You won't have the two pieces coming apart. I don't know about you, but when I got really busy and I'm flipping this thing and flip, flop, 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 these two pieces can come apart fairly easily, especially the older these get and the looser they get. So this is a great feature that it fits tighter. It also means that when you do this sliding action, it's a little bit tighter. If you just work that a few times, maybe a dozen or two times, you are going to find that it loosens up enough that it slides quite easily. So that's really not a concern. It's really a great feature. You're going to notice the shape is different. I love the shape of these. You'll notice that this is much larger. It's really bold and you can really see the color as opposed to the smaller label here. You still have the label for the end, and you're going to find those labels on the bottom. But in addition to the actual names in the languages that Stampin' Up! Supports, there is an extra one here. So what I am going to do with that is I'm going to use my Sharpie marker, and I am just going to write the name of the ink pad. And since that one is not quite dry, let me show you with one that's dry already. Let me show you what I'm going to do with that. So I'm just going to take my paper piercer and just grab it so that it pulls up like that. I'm going to open up my ink pad, and I am going to put it right in here. You just want to take your time and get it there in the center. Okay. And that way, when your ink pads are open on your desk, your stamping space, you can see the name in addition to, you know, sometimes if you have 2 or 3 reds or greens or blues, they look really similar, don't they? So this is a great way to be able to see what that ink pad color is. Also on the bottom, you'll see that when you're left with these with a different language, you could think about taking your paper snips and you could snip off a piece like, so it's like that big right there, and you might want to put it on the other end, just so if your ink pad ends up facing you this way, you can also see that the color on that end. So that's an option. Or maybe you want to wrap it around your sponge dauber or something. So whatever you'd like to do with those extra pieces. And then one thing Stampin' Up! Suggested to us at Onstage is to actually take this whole, see how this whole thing is going to peel off? When you're done using up those extra pieces, peel this whole thing off and just get rid of it. And I'll show you why. One of the amazing features with these new pads is their stackability. So check this out. Look how cool. Look at, isn't this, like, this just makes me happy. I love this. Let's compare that to 5 of the existing pads. So here's the difference. Now I actually rubber banded these together just so I could sort of get them in place and hold them, because they just don't want to stack. They don't want to stay. They fall over if you're trying to stack them up. So I do love that feature about the new pads. And you can also see that they take up less space for 5 pads compared to 5 pads. The reason that they're able to stack is that in the lid, there are 4 tiny little divots, and on the bottom, there are 4 tiny little feet. And those are what kind of lock in together. And they don't lock in such that, you know, you have to like pry them apart. They just lift off, but it allows you to just sort of, they just click in like that so that they don't go anywhere. Now, back to the reason that Stampin' Up! Suggested taking off this sticker is that way you don't have this slick sticker on the bottom, and they will kind of lock in even better than they do right now. And these are the new in colors. We're going to be talking about those in just a minute, but I just wanted to show you that amazing stacking feature. I just totally love that. So just back to looking at the differences of these pads, the current ones and the new ones. One other great feature in the new one is they have added a defoaming agent to the actual ink. And I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but on occasion when I open up a new ink pad, I find that it's really, really, really juicy, and there's sort of some bubbles a little bit on it just because it's really juicy. And when I go to ink my stamp and stamp, I get some bubbling on my stamped image. So the new ink formula does not give you that bubbling. There is no more bubbling, no more little bubbles. So that defoamer agent is going to be great. And what we did notice with these new ink pads at the onstage event was the absolute smoothness with which they stamp. So let's try this new lovely lipstick and this beautiful heart stamp. And we are just going to ink and press, and it is just like perfection. That is from the Heart Happiness set, which is a retiring stamp in the Occasions catalog. I love this stamp. I love the way that stamps. It is just like perfection. There is not one tiny little flaw at all with that. So they stamp beautifully. So that's one of the awesome features. Now this one, did you see how tight that was? That's what you're going to find just for the first few times until you loosen that up a little bit. Okay, so let me just look at my notes real quick here, and I think I covered pretty much everything about the case redesign. Again, if you have questions, we're going to hold those until the end, and then I will check the questions. But I hope you are liking the new design. I think it's really beautiful. So let's talk about the actual colors now. So in the new color revamp, which it's been 8 years since Stampin' Up! Did a big color revamp. 5 years ago, we did have a very small adjustment, but it was 8 years ago that we actually did a big revamp. So the great thing about doing the color revamp and the new ink pad at once, it means that we didn't have to buy new ink pads one time and then a year later get new colors. We just do this all at once, which is fabulous. So I wanted to just talk to you about the colors that are leaving, the colors that are coming, and show you the whole new color palette. So if we just look up at the top up here, these are the colors that are going away. And let's just cover those for a second. So we knew about these 5 in colors that we have had for the last 2 years. We knew those would be going away. So again, if you want any of these, if you need an extra pack of cardstock, if you need a couple of extra re-inkers to keep your ink pad going for a few more years, get those now, because you don't want to pay eBay prices later. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Now, the only color that you don't have to worry about is Flirty Flamingo. It's actually coming back. You're going to see that in just a moment. I'll show you the actual new color palette. This is the shortest retirement in history, like one day, because it's going to officially retire on May 31st, and it's going to come back on June 1st. But these 4, Peekaboo Peach, Sweet Sugar Plum, Dapper Denim, and Emerald Envy, are going away. Stampin' Up! Is only guaranteeing that you can get these through May 7th. After that, if they're gone, they're gone. So I would get them soon. Okay, so that's the in color part. And then we have the other colors that are going away. So in the neutrals, Chocolate Chip is going away. In the brights, Tangerine Tango and Tempting Turquoise are gone. From the subtle collection, Marina Mist, Pink Pirouette, Soft Sky, Wild Wasabi, and Wisteria Wonder are going away. From the regals, Always Artichoke, Eggplant Envy, Island Indigo, Perfect Plum, and Rose Red are going away. So these are the colors we're losing, like I said, except Flirty Flamingo. Now, before you totally panic, I do want to tell you that when you see the new palette, you are going to find some awesome replacements, especially for Wisteria Wonder, for Eggplant Envy, for Pink Pirouette, somewhat for Soft Sky. You're going to find some replacements, so I don't want you to panic. And also the new in color, which we'll talk about in a minute, Grapefruit Grove, it is similar to Peekaboo Peach. on camera, I'm noticing that the color is not super true, but it's fairly similar. So, you're going to find some things that are close. So now let's talk about new colors. So we had a sneak peek here a few minutes ago. The new in colors right across here. Lovely Lipstick, Grapefruit Grove. They're always tongue twisters, aren't they? Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover, and Blueberry Bushel. Now, if you've been around a long time, when we used to have a collection called the Bold Brights, that's what this reminds me of. Reminds me of Real Red, Yo-Yo Yellow, Glorious Green, and Brilliant Blue. That's what these remind me of. I was having lunch with a friend yesterday, Tammy, and she said these are Lego colors, and I thought that was really cute. That is what it reminds me of. They're like Legos. It's real fun, real vibrant, real bright, real fun. So that is right here, new colors. And then they are adding, Stampin' Up! Is adding 10 entirely new colors. So let's look at this section. We have Mary Merlot, Gray Granite, Mango Melody, Granny Apple Green, love, love, love. If you are a Lemon Lime Twist fan, you are going to love it. Gorgeous Grape, which is just what it says. It is gorgeous. Petal Pink, Soft Seafoam, Balmy Blue, Highland Heather, and Shaded Spruce. So these are some new colors that are coming on June 1st. And this is exciting. Look down here. We have 6 returning in colors. So you may have been mourning the loss of these for a while, like I did. Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, yay, favorite, love Poppy Parade. Flirty Flamingo, like I said, it just went away for a little bit, for a day, and it came right back. Coastal Cabana, super, super popular. I think that was the most requested color to come back. Mint Macaron is coming back, as well as Blackberry Bliss. Love Blackberry Bliss. So that is some going away and new. And now let's just go ahead and look at what the whole new palette looks like. I hope you are going to love these as much as I am loving these. Amazing, amazing. So we're going to have our 2 sets of in colors. Here are the brand new ones. Here are the ones that have been around for a year, staying for another year. Then we have our neutrals over here, our brights, subtles, and regals. And don't they just look amazing together? I think Stampin' Up! Totally knocked it out of the park on this revamp. It's just, I just think it's amazing. Amazing. So to recap, we have 5 in colors going, 5 coming. We have 10 new colors that are incorporated into here, plus 6 returning colors coming into here. So that's 16 new colors. And we have 13 colors that actually went away for good. So that's just how it breaks down. I hope that kind of helps make sense. And let's take a closer look at these new in colors. These are so fun. I'm just going to show you with the Stampin' Right markers what they look like. So lovely Lipstick is beautiful. Grapefruit Grove. Great color. If you're going to miss Peekaboo Peach, this I think is going to be your go-to color. And this one is called Pineapple Punch. And I know on camera, I don't think these are coming out quite as gorgeous as they are in person. But this, if you were a fan of Yo-Yo Yellow, you are going to love that. And likewise, if you loved Glorious Green, you're going to love Call Me Clover. And if you were a Brilliant Blue or a Dapper Denim fan, Blueberry Bushel is going to be a great color for you. So those are the new in colors. And they are here in the swatches, if this is easier for you to see. So let me just show you what those look like. Fantastic primary colors together. Love those. And let me just show you. So the lemon lime twist, I wanted to show you in comparison with the granny apple green. So let's see, can we see those okay on screen? Hope those are coming out all right. They are going to be a fun complement for each other. I love those together. And look, even if we add in the red, wouldn't that be totally zippy for Christmas? I love that. And let's see. So Flirty Flamingo coming back. So the Mango Melody, this is really a luscious, it reminds me of Summer Sun. We had that color years ago, but a little touch of orange in it. And this is funny. I just looked at these three together. So that right there was kind of like my bedroom when I was 12 or 13, much to my dad's dismay. I think my mom didn't really mind, but I don't think my dad was a huge fan of that. Oh my goodness. And then let's just look at, I know there are so many purple lavender fans. So I just want to show you the new purples and lavenders. So Blackberry Bliss coming back. Here is a look at Gorgeous Grape. What a great purple. We have not had such a beautiful purple in a long time. And then look at Highland Heather. This is beautiful. And these two, Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape, are going to be absolutely gorgeous together. So two beautiful colors together. Just beautiful. You may have noticed this little swatch book here on my desk. This is a resource that Stampin' Up! Has for demonstrators on the demonstrator website. And I printed it out, punched it, cut it, punched it, put it on a ring. And it's just a fun little idea book for color combinations. So you would pick a color and you would say, okay, I wonder what goes together well with that. So Calypso Coral. Oh, look, it goes with Cherry Cobbler and Old Olive. Or let's see, what about the new Balmy Blue? Oh, we could try it with Gorgeous Grape and Mary Merlot. So this is a fun resource for demonstrators. I don't know if we are going to be allowed to share this with customers or not, but again, another really wonderful reason to be a demonstrator is to have access to lots of other fun resources like that. So now that you have seen the new ink pad, you've heard the information about making sure that you have the old pads if you need them, you know the deadlines, you know where to find the retiring list. I think I've covered it all. I hope so. I would love to take some questions. So if you have questions, this is your chance to type them in. I am going to be looking at the questions and then answering them for you. I do thank you for joining me today. I hope that was a helpful look at the new ink pads, the comparison with the old and the new, a look at how they stack. Oh, one thing you might ask, and so I just want to tell you right now, if you have the Stampin' Storage ink pad storage units like I do for these, yes, these fit. Yes, they fit in the Stampin' Up! Color Caddy, but they do have, there's a little extra space because these are a little bit smaller. So do you remember when I was comparing these, you can see that the new one is both skinnier in height and it's a little bit less in depth. So here are two things to know about that, is that Stampin' Up! Said that they will be working on a new storage solution for ink since the Color Caddy is retiring. I don't know anything other than that. And Stampin' Storage, if you stay tuned tomorrow is Friday, April 13th, at 1 p.m. Central Time, Stampin' Storage is going to have a live video about what they are going to be offering in terms of storing your new ink pads and adapting anything existing to help store them. So just stay tuned to the Stampin' Storage site for that information. Oh, you are so welcome, Sandra. She was thanking me, said great demonstration. And yes, Libby, I'm glad that I was able to cover that. That is the information about the new Stampin' Storage, or not the new Stampin' Storage, the Stampin' Storage information for tomorrow. So Friday the 13th, you'll be able to see that information on their live feed, their live video. So any other questions? Were there any questions I can answer for anybody? I'd be happy to do that. And if not, I will let you go. I hope you all enjoyed this. Oh, I did see something went by. Yes, markers. Yes, all of the new colors that I showed you will be available in markers and cardstock. So you don't have to worry about that. We will have an entirely new collection. You know, all the colors will be available. So you don't have to worry about missing out on that. Hi, Allison. You're welcome, Leanne. Yes, Trisha, beautiful colors. I agree. I think they're beautiful. Okay, well, I think maybe I must have covered it all because I am not seeing any other questions. So I will just sign off, let you go. Be sure to leave me a comment on either my blog or on Facebook or on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, and then I will get that information to you. Oh, Holly is asking, is the new blueberry like the Brilliant Blue? Yes, I think I did mention that. It is very much like the old Brilliant Blue. I really found that it seems to be pretty close. And Glorious Green, Yo-Yo Yellow, and Real Red. That's what they really remind me of. Yes, if you missed that, Monica, here's how the new pads open. So it's just like a compact case, like powder or eyeshadow, any kind of makeup that just flips open like that. So you just flip it open and then it still slides and clicks in place, just like the old ones. But it's not as complicated with the push on the 3 buttons and flip and click and twist and whatever. It's much easier. And then if you want to rewatch, if you did not see it, you can see what I did with the sticker here from the back. There's an extra sticker that you can put inside. So I'm just labeling inside there with the name of the pad. Okay, any other questions? You're welcome, Kelly. Glad you enjoyed that. Well, I am going to... Oh, great question, Deborah, asking about the ink refills. So yes, I meant to cover that too. So here's something very important. And oh my gosh, I am really sorry that I did not cover this earlier. Let me just grab these two for a visual. So basic black and basic gray archival are going away. They're retiring. And the ink formula is retiring. So if you want refills for these, get them now. I just stocked up. I just bought several of each because they are no longer going to be carrying these. So these two, we'll just say, like, we're not going to talk about those because you're going to buy refills right now to keep your pads going, and they're not going to be in the mix with the new ones. So now let's talk about these 53 colors. The ink refills from the ones that you have right now can be used on the new pads. That's okay. The new refills can be used on the old pads. They are interchangeable. Stampin' Up! Said that that is going to be okay. So don't worry about the refills for the colors going forward. The refills you want to worry about are the retiring colors. So those are these up here. If you don't have refills for those, you want to get them now because those will no longer be available. You'll want to keep those ink pads going. But you will be able to get new refills for the new colors. And like, let's just say, for instance, you have a crushed curry pad in the future that needs re-inking. You will be able to buy the new refill to go in the existing pad. So there we go. And yes, there are going to be new blendability colors. I am not going to say anything more, but yes, there are new ones. I'm so excited. All right. Anybody have a favorite new in color? Just curious while we wrap it up and say goodbye. Yes, Lorene, it is. It's very confusing. It's exhausting. It was just like kind of crazy about everything that came new this week and all the information. And I'm just trying to break it down so that everybody can understand. Yes, Peggy is asking about these cute little color combo sheets. And yes, there are. Oh, I have those. I didn't put those on this ring yet. They made blank ones. So it says Puppy Parade at the top and then there's blank circles and you can make your own. But yes, I do have those. I just didn't put them on this ring yet. So yes, those are fun. Oh yes, so you are all loving the new colors. I know. Lovely lipstick, I know. So fun. And blueberry. They are all amazing. Amazing. Lovely lipstick. Loving this color. Loving this color. Well, thank you everybody so much for joining me. And I hope that that was helpful. If you have questions, just please leave a comment. I'd love to help you with that. If you don't have a demonstrator that you work with, let me know so I can get you new catalogs. But if you work with a demonstrator, please just let them know that you need a new catalog. Those will be out and available to mail in May. And I will be sending them out in mid-May to my customers. So yay, visit pattystamps.com for more information and mystamporder.com to order if you don't already have a demonstrator. Thanks, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.